Welcome back to the Y.E.S Functional Longevity Podcast. We give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. My name is Chris Borda, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. I want to thank you for being on board with us today. We have a very special guest with us, Claudine. Claudine has been with us
2 months.
2 months now, and I know that we've been in business a really long time.
Yes.
And 23 years, and a lot of times we have guests that have been with us for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, 23 years. But I thought, you know what, let's get the perspective of someone that's just come on board with us and that kind of stuff. But before I get into that, I just want to say that you can always get all of our show notes on yesfitnessct.com. Hit the podcast button and scroll along to the podcast that you're looking for, and we get you those show notes. And we don't really have any housekeeping. We're in the dead of summer. The gym is a little bit quieter. People are outdoors on vacation, and I hope they're enjoying the beautiful weather. So let's get started. I want to say, again, thank you so much for coming on board.
My pleasure.
Most people get very nervous, like I'm going to talk about something and they're worried about, what we're going to say. We're really just looking for your honest evaluation of how this thing has been going. So it's a couple of months into it. So obviously we're doing something right.
Yes.
So let's just start back before you came on board with us here. Like, what were the problems you were having before you joined Y.E.S Fitness?
For me, it was basically, as life was progressing, I was noticing my strength, my feeling tired, and just overall, my well-being was just not where it used to be.
Right.
Life took over, had a child late, and I was waiting at the end of the day after work to go to bed. And that's not fun. So it's time.
Yeah. I hear that from so many people that come in the door, that they feel like they're just not as strong as they used to be. And, we just know the science behind this, that, around age 30, we start to lose our muscle mass. And if we're not doing something about it, it's just creeping along. And when we get into our 40s and 50s, that's when we really start to notice it. In our 30s, we can still do a lot of the stuff we used to be able to do. But in our 40s and certainly into our 50s, you really can see a difference in fatigue when we're carrying, maybe even just carrying the groceries in the house, going up the stairs, we're starting to get tired, and all that kind of stuff. So so you're dealing with a little of that strength loss. How you have one child?
Yes.
How old?
Well, I have two.
You have two.
Yes, I have one that's 9 and one that's 29.
One that's 9 and one that's 29. So,
Yeah.
So the 29-year-old's out there doing his thing now, but that 9-year-old is still a bundle, I'm sure.
Him, I
like
was
that,
okay.
right?
Now it's
So what did the frustration feel like as you were trying to solve that problem of strength and energy and things like that?
It was just overall, and it kind of snowballed. And, there would, like I said, I just wanted to come home, go to bed. I'd just go through the motions, not really adding anything to my day. I didn't want to, okay, you want to go for a swim, you want to go for a walk after.
Right.
No, it's get home, laundry, dishes, dinner, bed, and
so many of us get caught up in that cycle of just work, come home, do our chores, go back to go to bed. And this next weekend, we got to catch up on all this stuff we couldn't get done during the weekend. We're not. And when we do have time, we don't have the energy to do it.
Right.
We just want to sit there and do nothing. Right.
Exactly.
So you're not alone with that. That's a story that I hear a lot, for sure. Did you notice like a point was like, can you take us to the point where you said, okay, this is enough. I need to go out there and do something about this? Was there any one specific point in time?
I'll be honest. It was my mother, who is 78, and she walks every day. She always has walked. She's never been necessarily into a strict fitness, but fitness has always been in her daily routine.
Nice. Good for her.
And we went out for a walk one afternoon, and she looked at me, and as she's lapping me, she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Okay, it's time for me to change."
It doesn't matter how old we are. Mom is still mom, right?
Yeah. So it was kind of a wake-up call.
Her.
Yeah. So,
So when you began this journey of trying to figure out what you were going to do, did you go to other facilities? What did you check out?
I did. I actually drove to a couple of places, and I was at the YMCA and along with a couple other gyms, and just was me myself. I've never actually been to a gym. I'm
It's okay.
embarrassed to say,
You're not embarrassed
ever.
about that.
And I was very intimidated.
Mhm.
Even though they do, of course, offer the one-on-one, just the equipment, the atmosphere for me personally, just never having experienced it, it was intimidating.
Right.
It was scary, and I knew, you know, right now I'm not going to stick with this.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll try it. I'll get over my fear, but I didn't feel like I would stick with it.
Right,
So I
right.
didn't really want to start going down. And I've always heard the horror stories. Oh, I get the gym membership, and it keeps going and going and going, and I never go. So
I don't know if I tell this story a lot. I don't know if people believe me or not, but even if I think I know what I'm doing, if I go into a gym, it's still very uncomfortable. I feel a little intimidated by it. And listen, I know what I'm doing, and I feel that way. So I can definitely understand where you're coming from with that, for sure. So what was different about us when you came in our door? What was different that you said, okay, let's give this a try?
Looking at the facility, just really, it wasn't. I didn't feel like it was you needed a science degree to work some of the equipment. It was more focused on, the individual, not the latest and greatest. Also, the personal attention, just I did see people, my peers, it looked like people that were, my age, in the environment, community, and it just automatically felt comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely understand your feeling of just overwhelmment or not comfort when you walk into a room. It would be like me walking into, I don't know, maybe a garage, right? With all these different, or a machine shop with all these different machines. And I'm going to show you what to do, but am I really going to know what I'm doing there? Right. Whereas, when you come into our facility, first of all, we don't have a whole lot of machines because we believe in, the body functioning the way it should function. We should train it the way that the body functions. And, we don't have a whole lot of machines. So just that barrier that gets taken down, is important, because I know it's really hard for somebody to come through that front door. It's not easy to come through that door. I know people have said to me, I've drove up here, I sat in my car and didn't come in. I drove up again, sat in my car and didn't come in. And then finally I walked through the door. It's very, very difficult, very, very difficult. So can you take us to the moment or moments when you realize we were actually helping you solve your problems?
I mean, I've been here 2 months, and already I've seen, just now that the weather's getting warmer, I mean, what I'm taking on during my day. And it's as simple as just my daily routine has expanded. I find, and it's easy. It's easy to come home, do projects, feel healthy, feel good, feel strong, which is the key.
It's nice that you feel that and you realize it, and in 2 months that's happened. And
I was surprised. I didn't have any expectations, because I wasn't not really knowledgeable, because I've never experienced it, but just, oh, absolutely, seeing the difference.
Beautiful. I mean, what have been some of the things that you've enjoyed so far training with us?
Probably, I mean, it's, I'm trying to think how I could put it. It's easy to, say you're going to do something, but being kind of the accountability here, I have a set time expected, which is for me really, really nice. Also, just being able to be in a room with, women and men that are
your peers,
my peers, is incredible. Met some great people. Staff, wonderful. Has made it so easy wonderful to come every morning.
what's your biggest challenge? Have we overcome that challenge? Do you have a challenge?
I do.
Uh-huh.
And it was something we were touching on this morning.
Okay.
Now that you guys have helped me do my part here,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to kind of continue it at home, that.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So, here I
Mhm.
feel great and everything, and I want to continue the momentum. So,
Right.
diet
Mhm.
and just,
Mhm.
getting here and being held accountable. It's good.
It's there's a lot to change. I mean, it's a lot to
Yeah, it
change if you're
is.
taking if you're taking on changes here, changes at home, changes at work, all that kind of stuff. We're successful when we try to change one thing at a time. When we change one thing at a time, we're much more successful, somewhere in the 85% change. But as soon as we try to do two things,
Mhm.
okay, if we're trying to really change our
Right.
nutrition
Yeah.
and we're trying to get to the
Mhm.
gym and exercise, we're down to in the 30% range.
Right.
And then once you start to get three, forget it's single digits. So you're going about it the right way.
Mhm.
You started developing the habit. Now it's 2 months. You're coming in here, you're enjoying your workouts and things like that. And we'll help you with the stuff at home.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
definitely will.
absolutely. Like I said, we
Mhm.
were having
Mhm.
discussions just today,
Mhm.
so because it's a holiday weekend.
It's a holiday
We have fun.
weekend.
Yeah, we like to have a holiday,
So tell us about what it's like to have a community to support you rather than just jumping into a gym.
Oh, it's very nice. I
Mhm.
mean, um, being able to come, work out, have people, that are,
Mhm.
dealing with and having the either issues or strengths and
Mhm.
similarities is wonderful. It's like I said, a lot of the intimidation going into a place is another gym would
Mhm.
be, I didn't, wasn't for me,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
didn't really see too many people maybe at my level,
Mhm.
Um, so it's nice to, even though, definitely runs the whole gamut here,
Yeah.
you have it all. But I found my people.
You found your people.
Yeah.
We're people for our
Yeah.
people. Yes. We're 40 plus here. We do
Mhm.
have some younger people that are on board.
Yeah.
We have people all the way up into their 90s,
Mhm.
for sure. Um, I lost my train of thought.
I know.
It
Holiday weekend.
happens all the time. What's your favorite exercise?
Um, Probably. Hmm. That's interesting. Um, Getting pretty good at the push-ups.
Nice.
I could tell you my least
Nice.
favorite.
Your least favorite, but you're getting good at those. That's what we want. That's what we want to hear, right?
Right.
Right. He's over there. Coach John's
Yeah.
over there. He's hearing that. She hates push-ups, John.
No, I like push-ups. The planks.
The planks, though.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm working.
I
I got your
don't
hot
think
girl.
Everything is to your level, right? I mean, we're
Oh,
taking you from here and
absolutely.
working your way up,
Yeah,
and you find the
definitely.
progress like
Yes.
for
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
I don't think we've done any real metabolic work with you
No,
yet.
not yet.
It's down the
Nope.
road, though.
Yes.
It's down the road.
Yes,
So
it's coming.
because
Mhm.
people feel so. Like what does it feel like when you're done with your workout and you're able to lift those weights and do those activities that just 2 months ago you didn't
Oh,
do or didn't even know about
yeah,
them, right?
absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I see my body stretching yeah, definitely. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working.
Uh-huh.
It's really working. It's summertime. I'm outside and I'm, picking up
Doing it.
more, having the strength,
Uh-huh.
just, yeah, like I said, it carries through.
Does your kids notice the difference? Does anybody notice the difference?
Um, they do. I mean,
Uh-huh.
my little one, she's too young.
Yeah.
She does notice that mommy's definitely,
Yeah. Yeah.
going down the slide,
Uh-huh.
doing more her level, 9-year-old. So yeah.
One day we're gonna have one of your exercise partners on in here, Gina. You know Gina, and she always comes home and she goes, "Chris, my kids, they don't recognize me. They're like,
Oh,
Mom, is that you? Is
yeah,
that you? Like,
I'm gonna
you
be,
really doing
yep.
that? Is that you? You go to the gym still and you're changing, you're eating a little bit differently now, and you're jumping on the rower, and you're like, is that really you?" And it's so nice when other people start to notice that
Yeah.
stuff when they notice that, hey, you know what? She's really made some positive changes. Now, a 9-year-old doesn't know it's positive yet, but they can tell.
But she can
She
tell.
can tell that
Yeah,
you're out there doing some
I'm
stuff.
ready. Yeah, I'm more engaged, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So did you ever exercise at all before? I mean, you never went to a gym before, but if you ever like tried to excize before? No, this is it.
Nothing.
So this is
I mean,
wonderful
I
for
was
you.
active. I did. I always swam. I
Yeah.
skied. I danced. I did a lot of activities. I was
Yeah.
fortunate, but never anything strict
Structured.
and yeah, like that. No.
Now you're a gym rat.
Yeah. Who
would have thought, right?
My high school friends.
So we really appreciate you coming on board and telling your
Thank
story.
you.
Hopefully it can help inspire someone else that's never exercised before to go out and find that person, that environment that they're going to feel comfortable in. It's so important.
Definitely.
You have to want to go there. You have to want to do that. You have to be able to enjoy what you're doing. I'm going to ask, have you ever really been sore? I mean, I don't coach you, so I don't know that answer sometimes.
There's
been times you've been sore.
Yeah. I mean, nothing at all to the point where it's not
it's debilitating.
Exactly. And I do notice, I mean, like it was written out, drink this much water, do this, do the stretches. It helps.
It helps if you do what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah. So when I don't do what I'm supposed to do, that's when I feel it. Yeah.
For sure.
It's pretty easy.
So here we have someone who's never exercised before. I was saying, find that facility, find that person, find those coaches. I have some excellent coaches here. I'm going to just say that, whether you believe me or not, out there. We have excellent coaches that deal with people. They're 40 plus that know and understand what's going on in the body, what you've been dealing with your whole life, what you're trying to accomplish, where you are in life. Because so many times people come in my door and they say, oh, I went and worked at this place and I was so sore. Or, they're trying to make me do all this stuff like all these other kids are doing. No, you need to be at a level that you're at.
And it's very personal.
Yeah.
Very. I see it from, which I'm gearing everything towards that one person, which is wonderful. Yeah.
What would you tell someone who's been on the fence about whether or not to give us a try?
Well, if I walked in, anyone can. I mean, absolutely. And I felt comfortable. Yeah. And I have no problem coming here. None. There's not one hesitation, I mean, I come in the morning, so some mornings are
tougher than others.
Yeah, but that's anything. But
you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Just got once you move and get in the door.
Once you do commit and come in, it's done. Like I felt okay. I'm here. I'm doing it. Which is nice.
And you always feel better when you're leaving.
Oh, hands down, absolutely. You accomplish one thing during the day.
Well, you have a great story, and then you are why we coach. You are why we do what we do. We just love to help people and make that difference in your life. And I'm so appreciative of the fact that you were able to share that story with us. And
thank you.
It's only been a couple of months.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see you again in 6 months or maybe a year. We'll come on in to really see some other changes that maybe you've happened in your life, and which is always fun. It's always fun stuff. And again, somebody new that's coming on board with us are always very leery about doing something like this because they don't feel like they have a story yet or anything like that. But you really do. Just coming in here and having never exercised before and coming into facility and being consistent like that, and expectations are always difficult to manage, but you're doing a great job.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. So I want to thank everyone that took the time to listen to what you have to say. And again, thanks to Claudine for sharing that story with us. And you can look for more information on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better next Tuesday from us right here on Y.E.S Fitness. I want everybody to enjoy their weekend, and thanks for watching.